Bumps name.
Hey, everybody. Here we go. Episode 35 of Tough Bumps. Welcome. My name is Matt Connerton. Of course, with me, as always, with us, I should say, Eric Pilcher from the great state of Iowa. And, of course, we have the originator of Tough Bumps. Austin Hicks is here.
Hey.
As always. Hello, Austin.
What's up?
Thank you for originating Tough Bumps.
You're welcome.
Otherwise, Eric and I would not have this opportunity.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure our immense talent wouldn't have gotten us the opportunity in any way, shape, or form.
So, I mean, like, what's talent without the mind? You know what I mean?
Exactly. You're the originator. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm not even getting into it today. I'm not. I'm in a great mood. Celtics won.
Okay.
So, yeah, and want to let everyone know, for those of you listening and watching live, today is the last day you can get Danhausen shirts from ProWrestlingTees.com.
Oh, no kidding. Apparently, they're a big seller at WWE.com.
Top seller right now.
Yeah.
Good
for him.
Online, rumors are they sold out of his shirt at Raw in Portland.
It's so funny, too, because so many people were like, oh, his debut was such a bust. Danhausen in WWE is over before it's even started. Nope.
Yeah. And they can also get an extra 20% off their Merchhausen by using promo code DAN20.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want your credit card information stolen, head on to ProWrestlingTees.com.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. That isn't even that's not nice.
Allegedly? Should we say allegedly? Just
no,
so
it's
we don't
not.
No, it
happened.
real thing that happened. Yeah.
Oh, it did? Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything because, you know, we're approaching a year since this show has come back.
Really? Doesn't seem
Yeah.
possible. Wow. Time goes too fast.
Yeah. And, you know, sponsors, you know, gonna start, you know, thinking about those and
mm-hmm. like the herpes people.
Yeah, like the herpes. You know, for those of you wondering, Joe did post a video yesterday.
Yes.
Apparently his herpes tastes like teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, he literally posted a 3-minute video where he claims that's what's on his lips. His lips were stained by teriyaki sauce. And he's in the video, he's like trying to scrape it off of his lip. It's bizarre. One of the more bizarre things he's done, actually.
So, Joe, get the help. Just
get the help with the herpes.
We did it. You know, you play stupid games, Joe, you win stupid prizes. Pay for sex, you're going to get herpes.
What if we caused his herpes what if we stressed him out? Because that can be a trigger for something like that.
Oh, stress herpes.
Yeah.
Well, look, herpes are herpes. Nothing to make fun of. While I have a cut on the bridge of my nose, that is not herpes, by the way. That is actually, there's a very logical explanation for it. I was walking Vito, and he went under a tree. I went to go under said tree, thought I had enough clearance, and a branch hit my glasses.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah. Got me.
Yep. No. But Crazy Joe did post a video claiming it was teriyaki sauce on his lip.
So herpes apparently tastes like teriyaki sauce.
Wow. It's all about suppression.
It
Valtrex.
You know, there's many out there. I mean, he could go to a free clinic and get assistance on this.
You get some Abreva at Walmart.
I did not know that.
It's cheap too.
Matt, this is a little creepy, the knowledge you have.
I don't even know what that is.
Abreva? That's just stuff you can get at Walmart for your lips.
Oh.
Yeah, for the herpes or fever blister.
Oh, okay. You
Feels
sounded very knowledgeable.
Just saying. Hopefully, Joe, maybe he'll see this and that can help him.
Well, there's a lot of things Joe needs help with.
Yes.
A lot of things.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's on the outs. It sounds like with Dare Media Group.
It does. It's very unfortunate, Apparently, when you do a show for free, you volunteer to do a show. Austin, I don't know if you know this or not.
Huh.
That people should contact you to tell you how awesome you're doing.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, he complains about because they're telling him, and it's bullshit. They're telling him he has 13,000 listeners in Australia, and he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand why he doesn't hear from any of them. Like he gives out his email address on the air, and no one's emailing him. Out of 13,000 people, not one person has emailed him.
One person is
not
talking
one
to
person.
him.
Yeah,
and he's getting pissed off, and he's getting mad because this guy, he calls him Captain Scotty.
No, General Scotty.
Oh,
you demoted him.
What? What?
He ranked up. Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever he calls Scotty. He basically calls Scotty. And basically, Scott's like, I spend more time with you than any other DJ. And that should cause a red flag to go off in your head that this guy is running multiple internet radio stations.
Yeah.
And has to spend more time with you than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
What's the reason for that?
Because he's an idiot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's incompetent.
Yeah. Totally incompetent, has no idea how to run anything. Like, you could send him bullet point, like step 1, step 2, step 3, and he would fuck up between 1 and 2.
Well, my falling out with him happened because he couldn't figure out how to attach a file to an email, and I was too busy to help him. I was on the air. I was literally doing a radio show.
On the air, on his radio show, and yelled at him for not helping him.
Yeah. Crazy. He's Crazy Joe. So whatever.
Yeah. Austin, you're coming in, and this has been you can't even call it a rivalry, because a rivalry has to be competitive, and this is no competition. Like, we have lapped him. It's just ridiculous.
And it's been going on for 5 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There are people that have bowed out of this because they're like, this is stupid. But, like, it'll be over, and for some random reason, he'll do a video talking about Matt or me tonguing Matt's asshole to get on the air.
He's very fixated on that. Yeah.
He's very fixated with things going into butts.
He wants to do things to our butts, I think.
Yeah. He wants to see us ride the bicycle down the bumpy road of life without a seat.
He actually doesn't say that anymore, though. Have you noticed that? He stopped saying that.
He did.
For whatever reason. He retired that one.
Now, yeah. And one time he went on air and pinched his nipples and was talking about another dude making his nipples hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an experience.
It is.
We got to get him to ridicule you a little bit.
I mean, I know how to attach a file to an email, so
yeah.
You're already.
I'm one step ahead.
And you're many steps ahead, because we would never ask Joe to be on this show, let alone be a co-host. Like,
right.
So to be fair, you're well ahead of the curve on him.
Well, Joe couldn't be trusted anyway. If we invited him on the show, he'd probably show up in a wig pretending to be Sammy Hagar.
With herpes.
With herpes. Hagar herpes. Herpes Hagar, rather.
I mean, I'm sure that's a nickname Sammy Hagar earned.
Why can't this be love?
I can't drive 69. Isn't that how that goes?
Not quite.
Oh,
close.
Well, All right, on with the show, I guess.
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar. So, should we talk about Demolition?
I can't drive 65 or 55.
55 is the actual song, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm old enough to remember when that was the big video on MTV.
That's his number one song on Spotify.
Oh yeah, for a solo stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the song that made him famous. It really is. He was already famous. That's the song that made him super famous. All right. So, Demolition.
Yes, they
going into the Hall of Fame.
Finally.
I
really don't know what they've been waiting on to put them in.
Yeah, it is strange because I've as far as I know, they've always had a good relationship with WWE, I think. They have Legends deals, don't they?
Yeah, they've been in the video games. They're a part of the collections that WWE releases, but
yeah,
it's just super odd to me that they waited so long because Demolition, they usually do the cons and stuff around Mania season, WrestleCon or whatever it's called, and they've talked about it there that we've been waiting.
They do
for
the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame frequently here in Iowa, in Waterloo.
Waterloo.
Well, that's where the NWA was started. Is in Waterloo, Iowa. So, I don't mean Negroes with attitude either.
I'm so glad you clarified that.
I felt that I had to.
You really didn't have to. I feel like everyone knew what you were talking about.
Austin. Mr. Originator, I'm so sorry.
He is the originator. You must defer to him.
I don't defer to anyone.
All right. But Demolition is so overdue that I've and I'm not saying this to be funny. This is true. I've had conversations with people over the years about Demolition, where in my mind, I just thought they were already in. And then the other person corrects me and says, no, they're not in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, wait, are you sure?
Yeah. They there's certain people from Demolition's era specifically where you just assume that they're in it because why wouldn't they be?
Mm-hmm.
And Demolition's one of those people that they should have been in this Hall of Fame 20 years ago by this point.
Yeah.
It's very odd that they waited till this long, but I mean, it's kind of for one, it's really cool that they're both still alive. Mm-hmm. And they got in.
Yeah.
And, it's cool that every year it seems like the conversation of, the Hall of Fame is running out of people to induct. We should maybe shrink in the classes or whatever. But it's really cool that once in a while you get teams or people from this era that should be in already, but they're finally making it in. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just think it's really cool that they're still alive. And
me too. Yeah, because they're both. I think they're in their late 70s. I think.
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah.
Well, look, everything with them kind of stems from a pay dispute, really.
Well, explain that because I don't know. This is familiar, but I don't know the actual story.
Basically, they claim they are owed thousands from WWE.
They claim that recently they've made that claim.
That's the whole crux of the issues with them in WWE.
Oh, see, I didn't realize. I didn't know there was an issue because they do have Legends deals, right? Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
The claim is twofold. They claim that Vince sabotaged the team by adding Crush.
Fair.
When Bill Eadie developed a shellfish allergy and got very, very ill, he actually lost 25, 30 pounds.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, it was bad. And they didn't know what they know now. Obviously, medicine changes, and so they didn't know if it was going to cause an ongoing issue. What happens if he's on the road and he comes in contact with some shellfish and he gets sick? We need to have someone to fill in. So they had Crush, and they did the Freebird rule with them.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Eadie's like, okay, I know what I have to do, whatever the hell. And they're like, well, we're still going to go with Crush. And Bill Eadie's like, well, F you, I quit.
Because for a while, this is how I remember it. It was a 3-man team. They brought in Crush, but it was always Crush and so I can never remember who's Axe and who's Smash. Which one's Bill Eadie?
Bill Eadie is Axe.
Okay, so it was Crush and Smash, but Bill Eadie would still go to the ring with them, kind of like a manager, right?
Yeah.
And then so he left, and they're like, we'll make Crush a singles star, and we got this gimmick for Barry Darsow called the Repo Man.
Yes.
Yep.
I actually liked Repo Man. I might be the only one. I thought it was fun.
Repo Man, which caused Barry Darsow to lose. I mean, as you can imagine, you lose massive amounts of dollars in merchandising. Merchandise.
Yeah.
Because Demolition could move some merch.
Oh, yeah. Very, very marketable, obviously.
And then the other issue is they never did them versus the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, that's true. They never got to it. Yeah.
Wasn't Demolition made because they couldn't get the Legion of Doom?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what everyone always says. Yeah.
Much.
Them and the Powers of Pain.
Well, the Powers of Pain, they kind of inherited.
Yeah.
They got them from the Crockett's. And
yeah, but wasn't that always the story? One of the reasons Vince wanted them, just like with Demolition, he wanted somebody like the Legion of Doom because they couldn't get LOD.
He thought all tag teams had to be these big, massive powerhouses. And no, I mean, because you look at some of the great tag teams of Demolition's era, yeah, there were powerhouses in there, but there were also some, they called them tag team specialists.
Yeah, like the Rockers.
The Rockers, the Heart Foundation, Strike Force, the Brain Busters were, I would put them in that group. But yeah, basically what you have is this situation where Demolition had a lot of animosity over this. And they refused to sign a Legends deal. That's why they weren't in any video games. That's why they only had one. That's why they only had one WWE Legends figure set, and it was a Toys R Us exclusive. If you look back, they haven't had any figures from WWE.
See, I didn't realize any of this. Okay.
And they've also hardly been in the video games. Like WWE 12 was the only year outside of this new one where they've actually been in the video games.
Well, now they have signed a Legends deal.
Well, obviously, yeah.
But. Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of the Hall of Fame is you kind of got.
Wait, so did they just sign the Legends deal before the induction?
Signed it.
I would assume so.
Okay, see that I didn't realize.
It was signed back in the fall.
I don't know why. For some reason, I thought they had signed the Legends deal a while ago, and that's why I was confused about what the problem was. But that makes sense, though. So they just signed it within the last year. Now
I remember a year or so ago reading that they signed a deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the Hall of Fame's in a weird spot. Because one, it goes on for entirely too long, and they go
have one guy that does a 90-minute speech.
Yeah, and the other problem with the Hall of Fame is it goes on immediately after SmackDown, so you're asking people to watch a 2-hour show, and then a 3-4 hour show on top of that, maybe.
And on top of that, and again, I always circle back to, you have to look circularly at what's going on in the sports world around all of this too, because that affects WWE, whether they admit it or not. And during that time, we have NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs going on. So people's attention isn't all there. Plus, you're asking them to theoretically watch 14 hours of wrestling over the next 2 days with both nights of WrestleMania. So I think the Hall of Fame should be, I think you could really do like SmackDown and then do the Hall of Fame right after it in hard 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a shorter show, it wouldn't be an issue. But the issue is it goes on for like 3 to 4 hours after SmackDown. So it's like this thing isn't ending until like 1 a.m. Central Time. And it's like that's just a lot to ask for.
2 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's another big problem with hosting this in Vegas 2 years in a row. You're removing a large portion of the United States from watching or wanting to watch the Hall of Fame live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it starts at 7 o'clock in Vegas, but over on the East Coast, it's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they just think of it as a lot of people aren't going to watch it live anyway, so what's it matter? Because it's not, it's kind of evergreen content in the sense that
like,
you don't need to watch it live.
How many people, though, are going back to watch it, though? I've always looked at the Hall of Fame as if you're not watching it live, you're probably not going to go back and watch it.
If there's an entry that intrigues me and I want to hear their speech, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But past that, I'm not going to sit here. Like last year, I listened to it while I was at work. I streamed it on my phone and had my...
I remember you telling me that.
And I had my AirPod in to listen to the speeches while I was working.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's really circular in the sense of, I think you're taking away a large portion of your audience. And this year, you have some top tier names that are a part of this.
Yeah, like AJ's the headliner. You have Stephanie.
I don't think AJ's the headliner.
I believe
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
I believe they announced it at one point as AJ and Stephanie are co-headliners, which is not ideal. AJ should be the headliner, but I believe that's what they said. They said they're because I remember seeing a graphic with both of them on the screen at the same time, and it said co-headliners. Stephanie McMahon, of course, our VPN goddess.
True. Triple nose strikes again.
She is beautiful.
I don't know. If you were going to do co-headliners, just induct John Cena this year.
I think we're a couple years away from Cena going in.
I think it'll be a great travesty if they induct him next year.
He should not be inducted at Saudi Arabia. They really shouldn't. He really shouldn't. Oh God,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm already abhorrently against the Saudi Arabia show. And that's been well noted on this program, so I don't need to go into it. But I could see him doing it to pop a big draw for Saudi Arabia. But to me, that would be the ultimate slap in the face of American pro wrestling fans.
If you really wanted to do a co-headliner this year, just do Batista. Like, Batista was supposed to go into the Hall of Fame years ago, but COVID happened, and then he hasn't been...
Batista says that he has no interest in it.
No, that's not right.
I mean,
he said he's willing to do it. It's just, one, he's busy, and two, it's just timing just hasn't been right.
He's making movies, yeah.
I mean, okay, not to be a dick, but
he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it in 2020 because there was no crowd.
not to be a dick, have we seen the movies Batista's been making since Guardians of the Galaxy? They're not ones that you're going to sit here and be like, man, these are box office giants. I think a majority of them have premiered on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not The
but,
Rock
I mean,
or John Cena.
I think I go to my point that if he really wanted it, he would do it. And kudos to him. Kudos to him. He's fine with the way his career ended. He's fine with it. He's cool with it. He's successful. He doesn't owe the fans anything. I'm not saying any of this to disparage Batista. If anything, I'm saying good work, good on you, dude, to be able to walk away from the business when it seems as if no one's able to really cut off from the business.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
he got that last match that he wanted. Like he said, I remember him saying that he would only come back if he got to wrestle Triple H for his last match, and that's what he got.
And it was a great match. It ended, his career ended the way you would want it to end for Batista.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. So I can't remember, where does the Hall of Fame, is it airing on Netflix? Where is it even going to air this year?
That's another thing.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah.
They haven't said it, I don't think.
Of that.
It's weird. It's right. They haven't said it, have they? That is really weird.
Oh,
Maybe
it's probably, I'd assume it would be on YouTube. I think they would just put it on YouTube.
That makes sense. Because what I was trying to figure out is, does that also affect, what time it's on?
Because they don't air it on TV anymore. Like it used to be a Peacock only thing, but that obviously not a thing anymore. My bet would just be they would put it on YouTube.
That makes sense.
Oh boy.
But it is weird that they haven't said anything.
The ceremony, I'm reading on the takedown on Sports Illustrated. The ceremony will get underway at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So 12 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, wow.
And the Hall of Fame class of 2026 will be headlined by former WWE chairwoman and co-CEO Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, I get to go to bed. I get to bow out early. Thank God.
You're not going to honor our VPN goddess?
Oh, maybe for the sake of the show, I will. But if it's not abundantly clear, I'm watching the Hall of Fame for AJ.
Right, of course.
Yeah, it's at Park GM. It's directly adjacent to T-Mobile Arena, where SmackDown is taking place. It's a 1 to 2 minute walk away. It says nothing about where it will air. So
I'm just gonna assume they're gonna put it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to guess
must
YouTube.
Must be.
Yeah,
It'd be hilarious if they did it on ESPN. Like I think that would be fun.
Could you imagine the shit storm that ESPN would be under? Matt, this part of the conversation you're not going to grasp.
Would they just do it on
Sports
their
ball?
Would they?
Yeah. Austin, think about this. Lakers and Spurs are playing that night. Hypothetically, and they preempt it to ESPN News to air the Hall of Fame. Adam Silver would flip. NBA commissioner, Matt.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I've heard the name. But
Adam Silver would, he would go nuclear.
They would put it on, like, if it was on ESPN, like the network ESPN, they would put it on like ESPN2 or something, you would think, right? No way they would bump an NBA game.
Yeah, you gotta get your $1 billion. Think about this. The money they get from the NFL and the NBA and the NHL, it's already there.
Yeah.
It's a predisposed audience.
That's fair. Yeah. Wow. What a nightmare situation.
Yeah, like I just actually spitballed that one. Like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
But like
that's when ESPN, usually on Friday nights, they air West Coast NBA basketball.
Yeah, because Friday is usually ESPN on like, and that's the NBA slot on Fridays is ESPN.
Yeah, so it's crazy that this is what we're staring down.
Yeah.
That graphic is absolutely horrible. There is no world in which AJ Styles should be sharing this with Stephanie McMahon.
Well, you got to
No.
take that up with the Undertaker.
True.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Undertaker being like the guy to induct people? How do we feel about that?
Well,
Not like induct, but like to tell them that they're
like he's like the Ed McMahon of the WWE Hall of Fame. He's just going around knocking on people's doors.
Oh, hey guys! According to this, the Hall of Fame is going to air on Peacock.
Oh, really?
And it'll be on Netflix internationally.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I thought they were like done with Peacock.
No, because they still have Saturday night's main event.
Yep. And the NXT show last night was just on Peacock.
Yep. That's true too.
But I think that was their last one. That was their last one on Peacock, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. So is the Hall of Fame class like set now, or how big are these classes usually?
There's got to be at least one more, right? There has to be.
Well, they haven't announced a moment yet or a match.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I like that whole concept.
The match thing, does it have to be a WrestleMania match to be in the Hall of Fame, or is it just any match, period?
My impression is just any match that's considered like a legendary match. That was my impression, but I mean, who knows? We've only seen one.
I have a pick. If you really want Cena there, CM Punk, John Cena, Money in the Bank.
Oh, that could be interesting.
I think they do. I think the moment they want it to be WrestleMania oriented is kind of my understanding.
So
I could be wrong. I don't even think they know what the moment thing is.
If it is a Mania match, though, it'll be like
Cena Rock. I almost
Cena Rock maybe. I was thinking Shawn Michaels Undertaker. Either of them.
That'd be a good one.
Or Undertaker Triple H.
If you're gonna have Stephanie McMahon in the Hall of Fame, you need to induct the epic that we're going to talk about on this very episode. Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. All right. I thought you were going to say China versus I can't even remember now who.
Wouldn't it be a clock if
Ivory? Was it Ivory?
Ivory, yeah.
China versus Ivory?
No? The 2 minute and 35 the 2:35 classic, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't even remember Ivory's name.
I'm fine with if they want to do a China match. I mean, she's at least in the Hall of Fame now.
She's only in it as a member of DX, right?
No, she got her own in 2019.
She did?
I thought that was the DX introduction.
I thought so too. I didn't think she went in on her own. Did she?
She's in on her own.
I thought they.
You are correct.
Yeah, because I remember hearing it was uncomfortable to put her in on her own.
What's uncomfortable about it? There's only one person it's uncomfortable for, and
Triple
who
H?
gives a fuck? If you're gonna be a dude that cheats on your girlfriend, and you're married to the girl that you cheated on her with, but you got her fired because it was uncomfortable for you. Her blood is on your hands to a degree.
Jeez. I don't know if I
No, you just gotta give the bullshit explanation Triple H gave Stone Cold that one time. Oh, if you Google China's name, you'll know what you'll find.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think
but no, like seriously, are we gonna sit here? No, we don't bullshit on this show. Triple H deserves some culpability to China's downfall.
I don't know. That's a tough one for me. Partly because Triple H, as you know, he's a New Hampshire guy, so I have to be loyal.
Right. Look, if you're in the pro
That's
wrestling
not why.
business long enough, you're going to have some skeletons in your closet. Okay. It's
Sure.
just going to happen. This is a dark business. And it doesn't matter what Bruce Pritchard says. It's a dark business.
Yeah.
Is there a lot more positives than dark? Yeah, absolutely. But there is some dark undertones. So
Yeah.
if you're in this business for over 30 years, you're going to have skeletons.
Yeah,
I guarantee you Ric Flair knows where like 4 or 5 dead hookers are buried.
I don't doubt that. I just don't. I don't know about blaming Triple H for China's.
I would not.
No.
I've always felt that way. That
Yeah,
not a lot, not like saying it's all on him.
What would you say? Like 30%?
Way less. Way less.
Oh,
Like,
good. Like
like
10% his fault.
Yeah, 10%.
Okay. All right.
I mean, because my understanding is that Paul Levesque was her first boyfriend.
Like ever?
Yeah,
Interesting.
like
Well, back in the day, though, she was kind of. I mean,
yeah,
she was not feminine.
I
but
would.
Would you?
what?
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
Dude, China, when she first debuted, ragdolling Terry Runnels, you
Yeah,
would?
Yeah.
You'd hit that.
Yeah.
To each their own. Well, so would Triple H, apparently. So, hey.
Bruh.
I mean, like, I don't. Hey.
You like what you like.
I
No
just
judgment here.
I just learned some things about my cousin that I never.
China kind of.
No,
Never
stop.
mind.
Stop.
Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious. I'm
No,
curious.
you can be curious all you want. There are some things men should never know. We're moving on.
Well, it's too late. Now we know.
No, we're not going to know more.
I say you like what you like. I make no judgment.
I do
For
you,
real.
boo-boo. Do you, boo boo?
They wanted to do China.
So, I remember being backstage in an IWA Mid-South event when the China movie dropped.
Oh,
with
God.
X-Pac.
With X-Pac?
Yeah.
What
They
was
were
it called?
going-
Like, was
One
it Backdoor
Night
to
in
China?
A night in China or
Oh,
something.
A Night in China? Good Lord.
Well, it came from the same company did One Night in Paris.
Okay.
The Paris
That
Hilton
makes
tape.
sense. Yeah.
So we got to go global here. We're globalizationing porn.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I was backstage.
Ew.
Oh, you actually watched it? See, I wouldn't have been able to
They
look.
were watching it backstage.
Yeah, I'm good. I
Yeah.
don't know about all that.
I will always remember Samoa Joe walking by the screen, stopping and looking, and say, "I've never seen a twat have a six-pack."
Okay.
And then walking away. The guys that were very interested in watching it were Petey Williams and Alex Shelley.
Really?
They were intrigued.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be for me.
Phil Brooks was not.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, well, when you just broke up with Tracy Brooks,
Yeah.
because that night he came out to 99 Problems by Jay-Z.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and that was kind of his pot shot at Tracy Brooks.
Okay. All
I
right.
got 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Yeah.
Shout out Kazarian.
Yeah. In another situation where alleged cheating occurred and it worked out for the best. Punk's happy with AJ. Kazarian and Tracy Brooks have been married for
Like a long time.
well over a decade. They have multiple children. Happy as clam shit.
I've always told, I mean, any relationship I've ever been where I got caught cheating, I always just said, this probably work out for the best.
Oh.
This episode has just went down a road that
Shall we move on?
yeah,
Move on to the next
Yeah.
item?
We probably should. Yeah.
Where do you guys want to go next?
we should go to
Shout out Demolition.
Shout out Demolition.
Demolition, much deserved. I'll close on Demolition by saying this. They are the most underrated tag team in WWE in wrestling history. So many people forget about them and just dumb them down as Road Warrior ripoffs.
Right.
I was a bigger fan of Demolition than the Road Warriors.
Me too. Actually, yeah.
And I just always thought they like one, they had that entrance music.
Mhm,
Great
which
theme
I loved.
song.
Yeah.
Great theme song.
Here comes the axe.
Yep.
And like they were heels when they had that. Walking out with Mr. Fuji.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, these guys were cool.
Yeah.
I remember that for one Christmas, they were the most popular WWE Mattel figures.
Oh,
You
really?
couldn't
Yeah.
find them anywhere. You
Yeah.
could find Hogan, Warrior, Savage. You could not find the Demolition 2-pack. Or
Hmm.
you were that little poor kid who had either Axe or Smash. They just grabbed it because they were trying to be cool, but they couldn't get
both.
both of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I had both of them.
Well, clearly you were not poor.
No, we were low middle class, but
that makes you cool.
my aunt loved me very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Austin's mom got
Very
them for
good.
me. She
Oh.
went to I believe Kmart and found them.
Oh, excellent.
I miss
All right.
Kmart.
Should we move on? Where do you guys want to go next? What do we do
Probably
next?
Conan.
Conan. Okay. I don't. I hope we don't spend too much time on this because talking about amputation freaks me out.
I mean,
I'm being serious. Like it's like
It's a very,
it's
very sad.
yeah.
Very sad.
And it's happened really quick. Like I heard a couple years ago, he had issues.
Yeah, but now I thought that was just because he got COVID.
Like he had health issues. I heard he got COVID, but it hit him really bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's sad because he was a guy that, and by his own admission, got caught up in some extracurricular pharmaceuticals while in WCW. But he is a true Hispanic wrestling icon.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I used to love him in WCW. I used to love his promos.
in the dying days of WCW, like he was the saving grace for me.
Oh yeah. He
Where
was
my
great.
dogs at?
When he was in like the Wolfpack,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
he was easily the coolest member of the Wolfpack.
He was the
Yep.
coolest person on WCW.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
he just
even
looked cool in the way he
even the
carried
Filthy
himself.
Animals when they
Mhm.
did that. What a crappy stable with Unmasked Rey Mysterio and
With
all
the
that.
with the little devil horns,
Yeah,
Rey
But-
Mysterio devil horns.
man, he made that group so cool.
yeah. Yeah.
That
And even,
guy was with the West Texas Rednecks, a group that only one guy was from Texas.
Yeah. That was
And even
like
in his later years of his career, he helped form LAX and TNA.
Yep. And that was good
LAX.
stuff too.
Yeah,
It was really
And
good
now
stuff.
he runs, helps run, I think, isn't it AAA?
yeah. He's like I don't know if he helps with creative in
He
AAA or
runs it. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
essentially he's the guy.
I know
and
he
he's
does-
on.
I know
on
he does.
commentary.
he does commentary. Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing is he had his leg amputated this week, and he's in it's a very touchy situation.
Yeah.
And he could have his other leg amputated.
Jesus.
So I mean, just a tough situation. A guy that really gave everything he could to this business. I mean, you don't have the WCW Cruiserweight division without Conan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Conan really was the first one to legitimize it in a way.
Just the stories of him being like his legs getting amputated and stuff. It's probably not the same situation, but it very much reminds me of, wow, I can't think of his name right now. He's like,
Well, Bagwell.
no, mid 2000s, like ROH, Prince Nana.
Oh, Jimmy Rave.
Jimmy Rave. Yeah.
Rest
It's
in
like
peace, Jimmy Rave.
it's like, yeah, RIP. It's like eerily similar where it's just
I'm not
stuff.
familiar with Jimmy Rave.
It's just
Well, Jimmy was probably the first person in Ring of Honor that had legit go home heat.
yeah.
Really?
They threw, you know how they do the streamers?
Yeah.
They would throw toilet paper at him instead of the streamer.
Really?
And
Wow.
yeah, it was very, very sad how his life ended, and it's like eerily similar what's
I
happening
think
with
the
Conan
difference-
now.
And I get where you're going, and it's a very good point. I think the one dramatic difference between Conan and Jimmy Rave is Conan didn't have to. Jimmy, I don't think ever got his flowers while he was still here to get them.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Conan's gotten his flowers.
Yeah.
And I think it's so
he
sad
just went.
that
Didn't Conan just go into like the Lucha Libre Hall of Fame recently, like in AAA or something?
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, he just. I remember him. I remember when he was Max Moon in WWE. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember watching WCW Saturday Night, and here comes this guy named Conan, and I'm like, the Barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm like expecting a guy to come out in deer skin cover, and no, he comes out in a mask, and I'm like, that's not the Barbarian, that's Max Moon. I looked at my buddy Rob Deason, and I'm like, that's Max Moon, and he's like, no, Max Moon was just on Mania this morning.
You could tell that it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Like, because they had basically the same outfit.
The Max Moon mask wasn't like all that discreet. Like if you know who it is, like
yeah,
yeah, that's true.
I'm
true.
like, that's Max Moon.
Oh.
And so yeah.
Okay. All right.
I really hope a good outcome comes from this. I mean, getting your legs amputated is definitely not great, but if that means like his life is saved, then I really hope that's where we're heading. I don't know if that's where we are heading, but I just really hope Conan pulls through with this.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because we lose people in this space way too often, in my opinion, and
too young.
I really don't want to have a segment on this show about Conan not being here anymore. So
yeah, agreed. Should we move on? Where do you guys want to go next?
Well, the last thing, we had two major title changes.
Yes. Which one do you want to talk about first?
We might as well talk about we could talk about Penta first, I guess.
Yeah, well, Penta happened first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Chronologically,
I don't even care that Penta won. He's the Intercontinental Champion.
That's
awesome.
Good for Penta. I like that.
Good for Penta. Yeah. The setup for it was the best part. Danhausen.
Danhausen cursed.
Cursed.
Yeah.
Cursing Dominic Mysterio. Oh, that was great.
And then he has played it to a hilt ever since.
Yeah.
And Finn Balor even tweeted about it.
Yeah.
Did he?
And
like, we need to discuss this curse that
that segment was really well too. I feel like Dominic really played his role well, and it was like, yeah, you're never gonna get close to one of these.
The underrated star of that promo was
who?
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce was good too. Yeah.
Like the nuances he had into it when he's like, and he's like, "Why is the list soggy?" And he's like, "I dropped it in toilet water." And
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always good. He's really good at that sort of deadpan humor.
Yeah.
He's
then
really good
he
at that.
like is talking to the Judgment Day. He's like, "I'm gonna go have a drink."
Yeah.
Yeah. He's really good anyway.
He's like before he even meets Danhausen, he's like already trying to pawn him off to Nick Aldis before before Danhausen even interrupts him. He's like,
Yeah.
I really hope he's your problem. Or
And
whatever.
then, like, then the SmackDown moment with Danhausen was great too.
Yeah.
with the Miz.
His demands I thought were funny. He asked for a blimp, which I think there's only like
He did
7
get
of
his
them.
Triple H photo.
The Triple
He
H
did.
point. Yeah.
The famous one, as he says.
Yeah.
He asked for
to thunderous cheers and applause.
he asked for a blimp, which I think there's only like 7 of those in existence or something.
Yeah.
You know, my buddy Brandon Williams brought up how we could do this. He's like, they should just give Danhausen a remote control blimp
Yeah.
and have him use it to screw someone over in a match.
I was thinking they could just do like the CGI effects that they do. Like they could have like a CGI Danhausen blimp or something.
Yeah.
I think they need to put him on the truck. There needs to be a way to get him on the truck. And I may watch the Hall of Fame just out of the hope that Danhausen crashes it.
There needs to be a segment where Danhausen just walks on stage. There needs to be a segment. Yeah. And like Pierce or Aldis like comes and gets him, or like Triple H. Like I feel like there is a missed comedic segment with Danhausen and Triple H. I think it would actually go over really well.
I think it would too.
You should just have him go into Gorilla.
Yeah. Just have him just talk to Triple H. Like Triple H he's very obviously trying to run the show, and Danhausen's just annoying him.
I fell down the Danhausen rabbit hole this week. I watched so many videos of him. The best is him and CM Punk at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk has to buy Danhausen comics.
Yeah.
And he racks up like $55,000 in comics for CM Punk to buy him. Like, and he even gives a shout out to Dwayne.
Yeah, the
Dwayne. Black Adam, the first appearance of Black Adam.
Oh.
CM Punk goes, no one likes Black Adam. And he goes, oh no, this is for Dwayne.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I mean, look, and so I love the setup. I thought the match was, dare I say, Dominic's best as Intercontinental Champion. And
he's so good.
That's saying a lot, because that's like saying, oh, he's had a bad match.
Dominic Mysterio, just everything he does is so good.
I don't know.
So good.
I don't really know where the Intercontinental title goes from here. I assume there's going to be some sort of multi-man at Mania.
I'm guessing it's going to be a multi-man. You know what I would do? And I doubt they do it, but it would be awesome. Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, Danhausen.
Oh, that'd be fun. I like that idea.
Like Danhausen curses someone and it leads to Penta retaining.
I do like that idea. I think that would be fun. That's a fun idea.
Like that could be one of the matches on ESPN even.
But they could even do that if they don't do it at WrestleMania. They could just do it.
Oh, you got to give Danhausen a WrestleMania moment.
I hope so. But
he'll be on Mania. There's no
gotta give him a WrestleMania moment. Like this guy is so over right now.
Make him the host.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
Have him host WrestleMania.
Hey, if I'm WWE right now, anytime we're on television, Danhausen is on that program.
Yeah.
NXT, I'm having him go down to NXT. We're going to NXT. We'll tape like 4 weeks worth of segments, but we're putting this on.
Yeah. I think at I think at Mania, I was sensing more of like a multi-man ladder match, like a 6-man or something like that. Danhausen could even be in that match if you wanted him to be. But it could be Penta, Dominic, Finn, JD, Danhausen, and a 6th person maybe. But
Don't you think they're going to do Dominic versus Finn Balor though at WrestleMania? Don't you think they're? I feel like that they're building to that.
I don't know if that happens now without the Intercontinental title.
I think it does. I think that's. I think that's what I think they're building to that.
You can still do it.
Yeah.
You could still do that. I like my 4-way idea.
No, I like that idea too. I like that idea better.
Either, yeah.
But I don't think that's where they're going.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a little rushed, but I understand why you rushed it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't want Dominic and Finn to have the belt in that match, you had to get the belt off Dominic.
Yeah.
And, you have this new guy in Danhausen. You can go ahead and use him as a means to justify getting the belt off Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see him do a partnership between Dominic and Danhausen. Dominic just goes on this long losing streak.
Yeah.
And finally goes to Danhausen. He's lost the AAA title. He's lost the Intercontinental title. You have Danhausen somehow screw over Liv Morgan against Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh God, don't do that.
Oh
God, don't do that.
Dom loses everything. And he finally has to go to Danhausen and get the curse broken. And that's, I think, when Danhausen's at his most creative, is when you're putting him in these programs where someone's beholden to him.
Mm-hmm.
And the demands he would make of Dom, and Dom has to keep him safe, and Danhausen keeps getting into trouble. You could have a situation where Danhausen gets booked into a match with Obafemi. And Dominic has to save him.
Yeah.
That would be the funniest thing ever. It just writes itself what you could do.
Well, should we talk about the other big title change?
Unfortunately.
Very controversial title change.
But predictable.
Very predictable. It is one of the most disliked videos on WWE's YouTube channel.
Is it? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
After Jay winning.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Beating that.
Cody Rhodes, once again, the undisputed champion.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, the main event of WrestleMania Night 1.
Look, Austin and I had a conversation while this was going on. And one, Drew has some lingering injuries.
Does he? I didn't know that.
He needs some rest. And two, he's filming the Highlander reboot for Amazon.
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't know about any of that. Okay.
I don't know when that starts filming.
Soon.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, soon. I think it starts a little before Mania, and then after Mania is when a bulk of the filming is. So, look, I'm a believer in either it happened when it happened, and it made sense, or it happens at Mania. Either way, people were going to poop on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
People were going to poop on it. And that's the sad state of affairs there.
Well, personally, I mean, I'd rather see Cody versus Orton than Orton versus Drew.
Minute everyone knew where this was going the moment Orton won Elimination Chamber.
Right.
I mean, you would have to have no inclination of pro wrestling psychology to know where this is going.
Right.
As soon as Aldis announced Drew and Cody for the belt on SmackDown, I kind of figured that Cody was getting the belt back.
not to denigrate you, Austin. You would have to be a flippin' moron to not see the writing on the wall when that happened.
Yeah, like Cody was I knew Cody was getting the belt back. And unfortunately, yes, it does suck for Drew a lot that he won't get to walk into Mania as champion. But at the end of the day, business is business. Cody and Orton is going to sell a lot more tickets than Orton versus McIntyre. It is also the match. It is also the match more people are interested in.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where they're going.
I am as well. I think we're gonna get Jacob Fatu versus Drew at Mania, and I think Drew's gonna get written off.
Yep.
So he can do the Highlander, which I'm fine with. I liked what we talked about last week about it being a fatal 4-way. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, that could go bad for one person. And that one person is Jacob Fatu. I think there's a lot that goes on in a fatal 4-way, and I could see Jacob missing some spots. And
why do you say that?
No, I feel like Jacob needed to be in the title match more than Drew did.
I say that because he does it in a one-on-one match.
Does he? I haven't noticed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like LA Knight botch level. But you definitely see where sometimes things get away from him and his opponent has to tactfully cover for it.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't it's weird because I really don't disagree with Cody being champion. I don't disagree with Cody being in the main event because whether we like it or not, Cody Rhodes is going to be in the main event of WrestleMania more often than he won't be at this point of his career.
It's John Cena.
Yeah. He is going
John Cena.
Yeah, this will be his 5th Mania main event since he's been back, which is crazy to think about, but it's just where he is. So
he's the top guy. He's the guy. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Drew recently, I think his work hasn't been the best. I think this WWE title run, most of his matches teeter on borderline boring than anything.
Couldn't have a good match with Sami Zayn.
You almost have to try to not have a good match with Sami Zayn.
But also, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I don't play devil's advocate much. But if you knew you were just going to be a transitional champion, it's probably pretty damn hard to have your full heart into it. Yeah. When realistically, any of Drew's title reigns, that's what he has been, is a transitional champion. You can't say they've ever given Drew McIntyre a legitimate chance with the ball.
Right. Yeah. And unfortunately, Drew, performance-wise, he just hasn't been the same since the CM Punk feud. I'm sorry.
I do think
it's the unfortunate truth about Drew McIntyre, and I think his body is portraying him.
I think
more than anything.
I think he's banged up. I think I think he probably expected a big time push after the CM Punk feud, and he probably should have gotten one.
He should have.
I mean, because, you at any point in time can put CM Punk in a main event picture. But for some guys, they got to have momentum to get to that main event picture. Yeah. Drew, even though he lost the feud, had the momentum. So you could have went with that. I think CM Punk's bicep injury at Rumble hurt that. Because you could have done something with Drew.
Yeah.
In Punk at Mania, maybe it would have been a triple threat with Seth, Drew, and Punk. Who knows?
But just to counter that though, the momentum that even though Drew lost the Hell in a Cell match, more people were talking about Drew than they were Punk. So that should have been the time to like strike with Drew. And unfortunately, this Drew and Cody feud, it didn't help Drew. It didn't really help Cody either because every match that they had was not that great.
No,
they
I
should
don't
have.
think they have chemistry.
They don't. They really don't. And unfortunately, I don't know what the plan was all along for Drew in this title run, but they should have just had Drew win at WrestlePalooza because you at least give him more of a run. Cody, I will say, is better chasing the title than he is holding it, but that's just babyface syndrome at the end of the day. And unfortunately, that's just how it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just don't gel with somebody, and that's what happened with Drew and Cody, in my opinion.
And yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for that. And I think pro wrestling fans lose sight of that so often is you got to have chemistry with the person you're working with. I mean, you don't even have to like the person. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, perfect example.
Look at what Punk and Roman have been doing.
I think there's I think there's more of a mutual appreciation between Punk and Roman than there was with Punk and Seth.
Yeah, but
I do too.
But like Punk and Roman aren't gonna like. They're not like they're cordial, but they're not like they're not friends with each other.
I mean, you just gotta have a. I think in order for that chemistry to be there, you gotta respect one another. And I'm sure I am dead certain that they had Roman and Punk sit down before they went through this and is like, look, can you two do business?
Yeah.
Just get it all out. Roman, you're pissed off about the Art of Wrestling podcast.
I doubt you really think
I do. I genuinely.
Oh,
I do.
I think that was for the promo. I don't think why would he give a shit? You guys really think that?
Roman was, and I think it still hurts, as it should.
Really? You really think so?
It should. And here's why. You wanted Chris Hero over me. You had a problem making me look strong. We're the most powerful force in pro wrestling at that point in time. We're three guys against you. We're putting you over. And you're sitting here bitching because you keep getting told, make me look strong.
You really think 10 years later he gives a shit? I really do.
I think it's more so the fact that Punk was reiterating the fact that Roman is being shoved down our throats and that he's the new Cena and the crowd.
I will never discount that Art of Wrestling podcast set Roman Reigns' career back 2 years.
You really think? Really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
The things that were said, but CM Punk buried him on that podcast.
But so what? I mean, the machine continued to push him.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, did they really though? I mean, there was a time they had him as the Intercontinental Champion.
But that was after he main evented Mania like 4 years in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look, I will say this: every pro wrestling fan needs to respect Roman Reigns because there has not been a guy that has had more shit buried on him by the pro wrestling fan base and by creative that has come out of it and been what he is right now.
Oh, I agree with you. All credit to him.
You can't sit here and tell me that, and I think that's why Roman now is so believable because he still has that chip on his shoulder of suffering succotash, of using his leukemia diagnosis to turn Dean Ambrose heel, of having him take on Brock Lesnar when everyone was clamoring for him to win and not letting him win, of having him beat The Undertaker at Mania when it didn't mean anything. All of that. And I think that's I hope
Possible.
I hope I feel Roman still carries it with him, and I hope Roman always does carry it with him because it
yeah.
makes him so much better.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. I just am very skeptical that he genuinely holds a grudge against CM Punk for that podcast 10 years ago. I just don't buy it. I think Roman's a very good actor. I think
Roman.
These promos are great. I love the two promos we've seen between the two of them. Fire. I love these promos.
Incredible.
Yes.
I think he does, and he should, because I remember when I listened to the Art of Wrestling podcast.
I've listened to it many times. Yeah, that's good. Good shit.
One of the first things I said was he was grossly unfair, and he buried Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
he buried him, and I thought that was unfair. He buried Triple H, fine. Bury Vince McMahon, fine. But you do not bury a guy that's just cutting his teeth into this business for the booking decisions that your boss has made. That's bullshit, and that's out of bounds. That was unfair.
Sure. I don't disagree with that.
And yeah, that's one of the few times I've actually said in my head, fuck CM Punk. Because I thought that was so unfair to Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Well,
and yet
it's good fodder. Good fodder for the promos, though.
Punk and Roman.
And I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to say one more thing. Every great promo has to come from truth.
Well, yeah, Roman's dad is dead, and that's very true.
I'm not talking about that. The way Roman said, yes, and that is true. Roman's dad is dead. R.I.P. And I firmly believe Roman's going to go piss on Larry's grave this Monday night.
Oh, that's heat. That's heat.
That'd be awesome.
I think
that would be awesome.
I think
get that heat.
Or he's going to find a way to travel back in time and be like the big boss man at Big Show's dad's funeral. And be at Larry's funeral. No, I say that because when Roman said the line, you chose them, you didn't choose me.
Mm-hmm.
That felt real. That felt like that was a scab that was ripped open. I was like, damn. And,
but a good actor knows how to use real life things.
You can't act that though. Either. You can't. I felt that. I'm like,
all right.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I actually sat up on my couch and I'm leaning forward like, oh, they're swinging for the fences here.
Yeah. Well, they've got to. I mean, they've still got a lot of time to build this up.
It's funny because Roman and Punk probably doesn't happen and this all circles back to Cody, because it's becoming abundantly obvious to me that Cody and Roman was the planned match, but Cody doesn't want to do the job for Roman, and Roman doesn't want to do the job for Cody. And whoever you believe is right or wrong is whatever, but we're getting two matches that people are excited for out of it.
I'm not excited for Orton versus Cody.
You're not. See, I'm intrigued. I want to see where they're going.
I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Yeah,
but I
can tell you how it should go.
I have this
I'm curious
feeling in my stomach that I'm going to be massively let down by the match.
I think because Cody and Orton wrestled like a year ago, and I thought it was really good. So they have chemistry, but the way this match should end, and I think there's only one way for this to end, and it sucks because that means Cody, spoiler alert, will lose back-to-back Mania main events, but I think
it doesn't hurt him.
I think Orton wins this match by going heel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think
the way you
Orton.
should.
I think
Or-
Orton turns heel, punt kicks Cody to win the belt.
I think that's the way it should happen. And
Yeah.
look, I don't buy into Mania main events hurting people because John Cena lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
It doesn't hurt you. And
No.
not to disparage this individual, but one of them was to the Miz.
True.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
does it really fucking matter? No,
I don't want to see any Orton heel turn. If there's a turn, I want it to be Cody.
you can't turn Cody.
I think we are still like so far off of a
Oh,
Cody
yeah.
heel turn.
Oh yeah, the kids love him.
I know,
if you're
but-
clamoring for the Cody heel turn like people were clamoring for the Cena heel turn. It doesn't make business sense right now. Even Vito agrees.
You don't want him
Vito-
getting stale.
He already is.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want him getting any more stale.
No, when the kids start to love you, you're stale.
Yeah.
When the kids start to love you, you're stale.
I just don't think an Orton heel turn is interesting. Like
Oh,
we've seen it 1,000
Heel
times.
Orton is always better than face Orton.
But he's more over as a babyface than he's ever been.
He's
He
very
comes out-
he's very over right now.
He's going to
Yeah.
be over no matter what they do. And they teased it on SmackDown when he said sometimes you just got to listen to the voices.
That could be a swerve.
Yup.
And I'm telling you, they dropped a hint about Cody being behind. We still don't know who attacked Jacob Fatu, do we? We still don't know.
I kind of have a out of bounds prediction. I think it's going to be revealed to be Sami Zayn.
Actually, that would make sense given what they're
Yeah.
doing. Yeah, I think you're right, Austin. Actually,
Because
I
I
think
like that.
that makes
because-
sense.
They need to freshen Sammy up. And
Yeah.
Because
I think they need to have Sammy in the main event picture for longer than just a one-shot pay-per-view.
oh well,
Yeah.
he's main eventing Mania next year, so don't worry.
You think so?
Yeah, it's in Saudi Arabia. If
Oh,
there was
good point.
if there was ever a time to do it, next year's the time to do it.
That never even occurred to me, but you're
Triple
right.
H,
That
I
makes
don't
total
think,
sense.
knows how to book Sami Zayn, so he's probably going to have him on the opening match in a minute. Triple H is just going to be like, all right, hear me out. We're going to have this Arabian princess, and you're going to free her from her king father. And Sami Zayn's just going to be the professional he is, like, yeah, okay. And he's like, but Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green are going to get pissed off.
Oh my!
Boom! Mixed tag. Let's go.
Knowing
And-
Triple H, it'll just be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the 500th time.
Maybe it'll be Sami
'cause he
Zayn
doesn't-
versus Goldberg.
Oh man!
Bring Goldberg back one more time for this.
Um,
Have him go over Sami Zayn.
don't forget the
Oh
music.
yeah. Goldberg got to go over on that one.
That's right. All right. Should we
Yeah,
is that,
we've
we
been
go
at
go
it
to the
for a
main
while.
event?
Yeah.
The main event, WrestleMania X7.
Do we have a graphic here?
Of course. It's coming.
Well,
There you go.
Houston, we have a problem.
Nice
look,
and clean.
this was the end of the Attitude Era, in my opinion. I think this was the last hurrah. I mean, there were moments after this, but this was the grand finale because WWF was changing. We didn't have Jerry the King Lawler. He walked out of the company. That's why Paul Heyman's on commentary.
JR and Paul Heyman.
Yup.
Which I
Very,
love, by the
very
way.
underrated commentary. booth.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
It was a
Yep.
great commentary team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By this point, WWE bought WCW,
And
and
ECW.
it is still, and the invasion hasn't happened yet, but the seeds are starting to be planted for it. Shane McMahon is the kayfabe owner of WCW.
And by the way, at the same time this is happening, isn't the XFL also happening?
It's about to launch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It-
Vince really had his hands full.
No, it had already launched.
It already
This
This
launched,
was
yeah.
in April. XFL launched in February. It
Okay.
had already been mitigated as a total failure at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Probably.
Vince really had his hands full.
But
Yeah. I mean, and look, I think I was watching this, and I remember watching it and just thinking, there is too much crap stuffed into this. Like, why do I need to have a 4-minute match between Taz, the APA, and the Right to Censor?
Austin and I were talking before the show while we were waiting for you, and I was saying, because I was looking at on Wikipedia, I was like, wow, it's 12 matches. I don't even remember it being that long.
I remember watching this pay-per-view,
and
even
not a lot of them are all that long either.
Right.
Yeah, we were watching it live at a buddy's house, and I remember we were just all talking about the big matches during those matches. I remember watching, and I'm just like, wow, this is absolute shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie Guerrero, again, who in their right mind was sitting at a booking committee and is like, oh man, Eddie Guerrero versus Test, that's a great idea. Who?
I don't remember the match.
I mean, wasn't Eddie's best?
He tried.
I mean, he tried, and Test tried.
Yeah.
I mean, look, even if you give Picasso a shit canvas, the painting ain't going to turn out.
Well, they probably figured if anyone could get a good match out of Test, it was Eddie.
You mean Shane McMahon couldn't?
No.
And I mean, so yeah, I my favorite match on this entire card, and it still is to this day because it still holds up, and no one talks about this match as much as they should. Triple H versus Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a good match. I don't think it's the best match that they've had together, but I still think it's a good match still, I think.
It's a great match. And I think people talk more about the moments in this card than they do the actual matches, which is telling because you had TLC.
Yeah. That TLC match.
That stole the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like insane how that match still holds up to this day, just based off the spots they did.
It was a 16-minute match.
Yeah.
You watch it and you feel like they're going for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, is Edge and Christian, they went over the Dudley Boys and the Hardys.
And the Hardys, yeah. One of, I mean, this spot gets shown in every promo package ever, but the spear off the ladder to Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
How Jeff doesn't get seriously hurt here is beyond me. It is legitimate. Of course Edge did, but it's
like I think if we're going to look at Edge's neck issues, that spot's probably when they started because he's carrying Jeff all the way down.
Yeah.
That's how Jeff doesn't get hurt. He's cradling Jeff.
Yeah.
But when you're cradling someone like that, your head's tucked down. His head goes right into the mat.
Isn't this also the match the Hardys have talked about where their time was cut? So they had to, like, rather than taking elements out of the match, they just all agreed, we're just going to speed through it. We're still going to get everything in. Because it's just going to be really fast.
Because there's a spot in the match where Jeff Hardy tries to walk across like 5 ladders or something like that.
Yeah,
He gets to like the 3rd one and falls.
Yeah.
And you can see how pissed off Jeff Hardy is that he messed up this spot.
I think the match that went long,
it was probably Taker Triple H.
No, Taker Triple H was after that.
Oh.
I think if I remember correctly, the match that went long was the Gimmick Battle Royal.
Oh.
The Gimmick Battle Royal was only supposed to be 12, 13 minutes. It went 18.
That is shockingly long.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I mean, well, you have guys working an event that don't know how to time out current pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wikipedia has it listed as 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Is that so? That's wrong.
oh,
Let me see on Cage Match. Yeah, 350. Actually, the match that probably went long was Shane and Vince.
okay. I was
Shane
Oh.
and,
reading the card.
Shane and Vince
Oh.
went 14 minutes.
Yeah, because
There
no
was a
one's
match that went
no one's gonna tell the boss.
abnormally long.
Angle and Benoit was also long, and that happened before.
Yeah,
That
they
was-
went
that was 14 minutes.
14 minutes in a match that has no stakes.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. So I think, there was a lot that went into it that led look, but I don't think Rock and Austin had to go 28 minutes.
No.
You could have cut that down, but question for both of you.
Uh-oh.
If you cut down Rock and Austin, or you cut, let's just go ahead and say you at the curtain you cut the Taz APA right to censor match, and you cut China beating Ivory. Cut both of them out.
Yeah.
And give it to TLC.
Yeah.
Would TLC still be as great? Because I think the chaotic nature of that match is what made it great.
I tend to agree. So to answer your question, I'm going to say no.
Maybe the spots would have been more spread out, but maybe that creates more filler in the match. Maybe, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it would have hurt it, because there's something to be said for guys that are trying to get this division over.
Yeah,
and they're like, okay, well, what do we do?
Because if you rewatch that match, like, it is no joke, spot after spot after spot, like to the point where guys are like no selling just to get to the next spot. Almost. Like, I think the spear spot, which one more thing about that, just the timing on that could not have been more perfect with Bubba pulling the ladder to where Jeff is swinging.
Has to be perfect
to the point where Jeff is swinging towards Edge, and the perfect momentum for Jeff. Edge hits him like right. It's perfect. But then immediately after that spot, it's like a couple minutes later, Jeff is climbing a ladder to do a swanton to Rhino and Spike Dudley through 2 tables. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then I forget the ending spot of the match is Bubba going through all the tables, I think.
Ooh.
Which that's scary as fuck. And then Edge and Christian win. But it is like a legitimate car crash in a wrestling ring.
It is.
And TLC matches aren't like this anymore. I wish they were, because I think
whenever you do a TLC match now,
yeah,
everyone tries to. It's like when people do a ladder match, I guarantee you they're sitting there and they're like, oh, well, we got to do it like Razor and Shawn, where they did this and this and make it your own. That's what makes it great. Add your own spots. It's okay to take ideas, but if you're going to sit here and take like 2 to 3 minute segments, that's not your match. That doesn't tell your story. It's a rehashed story, and it hurts your match.
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem, is they all try to live up to this. As we've talked about, there's exceptional circumstances that came up in this match.
Yeah. And like this match stole the show completely, to the point where they had to throw the gimmick battle royal out there just for the crowd to kind of get their breath back for Taker and Triple H.
Right.
I mean, and I think Taker Triple H has the coolest sledgehammer spot ever.
Doesn't Triple H like legitimately stiff Undertaker on that spot?
Yeah, he does. Because
Yeah.
Undertaker has him up for the last ride and is going to throw him down, and Triple H didn't want to miss him. So
Oh.
Triple H just BAM!
Yeah.
Right in the dome.
Wasn't a gimmick sledgehammer either. It was one
No,
of the
it
real ones.
wasn't.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about Triple H's entrance?
Oh.
I don't
Uh,
remember.
It is a live performance of the game from
Oh.
Motorhead.
Yes.
And Lemmy, bless his heart, I don't know.
Let me just rambles the whole song.
He legitimately doesn't say any correct lyric from the song. He might. I think he gets like the chorus correctly,
Yeah.
but that's it.
It's all about the game, how you play it. It's all
Yeah.
about control. And I think Lemmy, you got to understand. To understand why that was such a train wreck, you got to understand Motorhead.
Yeah.
They're a club band. They're not a stadium band. That's probably one of the biggest crowds they ever performed in front of.
I will say though, the instrumental sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. It's just Lemmy's vocals are just all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, he might not have, but sometimes too, though, in a situation like that, you can't hear yourself. Like he might not have been able to even hear himself.
yeah.
Lemmy probably couldn't hear himself talking in a room. Like, this guy, look, I'm going to go on a music thing here. If any of you ever doubt how hardcore Lemmy Kilmister is, read the book White Line Fever. It is Lemmy's autobiography. Read it. Like, the song Ace of Spades was born out of Motorhead doing an 8-ball of zombie dust and just playing as fast as they could.
Yeah.
Like, there is not a more metal band than Motorhead. No one can touch Motorhead. Not Pantera, not Metallica, not Megadeth, nobody.
And
they
then,
are the epitome of metal.
Yeah, and Triple H has Motorhead, and Undertaker counters it with Limp Bizkit, Rolling. What a song! What a band!
What a moment!
And Taker from Texas. This is one of the only times he's actually billed from Texas in his introduction. Gets a huge pop. I don't know how often we're gonna be able to bring this up, but he's American Badass Undertaker here, which is that is my personal favorite version of the Undertaker is the
Really?
American Badass. Yeah, I love Biker Taker.
Okay.
Ministry of Darkness Taker.
Oh my
That's a
God.
good one.
That's your favorite. I like classic Undertaker.
No, Ministry of Darkness, because that Undertaker, that's when he became the captain of WWE.
I didn't like his Amish looking beard. Bothered me.
Dude had
The fucked up facial hair. Yeah.
Yeah, it bothered me.
the dude basically put Austin over for 6 months with a torn groin muscle.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's what led to him coming back as the American Badass, because he had so much time off because he had to take it off to get the groin repaired.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even there anymore.
And then it's just something like about American Badass Taker that is like, it's just cool to me. Like, he comes out there, motorcycle, Limp Bizkit, which whatever you think about Limp Bizkit, but they were in 2001, they were massive.
They were. And I like that song, both versions.
Yeah. And
I was a huge Limp Bizkit fan.
They're the theme song of this Mania. My Way is the theme song of this Mania.
Greatest vignette.
I was when we talk about Rockin' Austin, I was gonna say that, but yeah,
greatest vignette ever
It's
that we have
incredible.
had,
It is
Yeah.
incredible.
was My Way, and the cuts, them cutting in bits of that SmackDown face-to-face interview they had.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You knew that this was big.
Like Stone Cold, I need that title, Rock. And I need that title more than you.
when he,
I need that title more than you could ever imagine. Like,
you don't know what I'm willing to do to get that title, Rock.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, he could cheat to win. Little did we know.
Yeah, they were planting a seed.
And
Yeah.
then
Are we? Did anyone have anything else to add on Triple H?
it's a good match. The last ride spot in the crowd is insane looking. Just how they film it. It looks like Triple H falls from like 20 feet, but it's like really like a 5-foot drop or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's a really good match. If correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't Shawn Michaels supposed to be a part of this match somehow?
No.
Okay, I thought so.
Sean was persona non grata at this point.
That's what
hadn't made up yet.
I know, but I
Okay.
thought this match was because of
No.
why. Okay.
No, they didn't make up until I want to
Like,
say after
When Shawn came back, I think.
they made up I want to say early 2002. Because Kevin Nash has told the story that he told Shawn, you gotta apologize to Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a dick to him. Like, and so they talked and just things kind of rolled. And but I think that anyone watching this card, if you're gonna watch this and you watch this match, I think this was the kind of the passing of the torch from Undertaker to Triple H in locker room leadership. I think this match officially began with Triple H being looked at as a locker room leader, and it got derailed a month later.
Yeah.
But
which is unfortunate because the run Triple H was going on in this era, like you couldn't touch this dude in the
Right.
ring
nope.
in
Right.
this era, and unfortunately it ended short. But
And I say Triple H's performance is the top reason that one of the top reasons WWF beat WCW. Because look, so many things could have happened after WrestleMania 14.
Yeah.
It could have fallen apart without Shawn. But Triple H took DX and he ran with it.
Yeah.
So we
Go
moving
to
on to Rock and Austin.
Do we want to talk about Vince and Shane? Because
It's a fun match.
I barely remember it.
I remember watching it and just being like, why do I care? I remember I popped when Booker T showed up.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
When Booker T showed up, I popped.
Yeah.
Watching it live on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I popped.
Had Booker T been on TV before that, or was that his legitimate debut?
That was his legitimate debut.
Okay.
Because he interfered at King of the Ring as well.
Yeah.
So
Because Shane is the kayfabe owner of WCW here.
yeah. And look, I don't know. I thought that the match was good for what it was supposed to be. I think it went too long.
Yeah.
I did like Linda rising from the wheelchair and kicking Vince in the grapefruits.
Legitimately one of the loudest pops of the entire show was Linda standing up from the chair.
And Shane just sitting there dazed, pointing at her.
Yeah.
Like that spot, and I don't think Linda pulled that kick. I think she legit gave Vince a shot right in the dong.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, oh.
I mean, it's her husband. Why not?
Well, and she probably had some legitimate resentment toward him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we know about the infidelities. I mean, she knew back then.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, and how could you not, as a woman, seeing how he treated Trish on TV? We had the bark like a dog segment in. Goodness
that's
gracious!
Yeah.
Shane takes like a few like hellacious bumps in this match.
He takes a sucker punch right to his eye.
Yeah. He does the coast to coast, which Shane always surprisingly pulled that off very well. I don't know how, but and then the elbow drop through the table. Stephanie pulls Vince off, and Shane just eats it through the announcer table.
Yeah, I like how we're getting Vince, leaving with medical assistance.
Yeah,
and he comes back. Like it's like, damn it.
And Mick Foley's the ref.
Yeah. That whole thing, that I don't know. This match just seemed overbooked.
It seemed weird. It seemed like they wanted.
Foley is the ref. You had Stephanie coming out. You had Trish wheeling the wheelchair out. Then you had Linda. Then you had Booker T. It's just like there's too much. Like,
it should have only been Booker T. I think if you were gonna have I
think you had to have Linda get involved.
Okay, Linda, yes, because the moment for what it was, but like you don't need Foley there.
No,
you don't. Stephanie doesn't really need to be there. Like,
you don't even really need Trish.
No,
you could have had anyone be like a nurse.
True.
Stephanie could have just done it.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have just had Stephanie roll Linda out.
I get why, because she was supposed to be medicated, and we found out the next night on Raw that Trish didn't medicate her.
Yeah.
And so yeah. I get why, now looking back, why Trish had to do it, but it just seems like it was too much. And it was just one of those stuck in the ring to begin with. So.
Yeah. It was just one of those things where, like, hey, whoever's not on the Mania card, like, come here. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to get as many people on the card as possible. I think that's why Foley is even involved in this to begin with, was because they wanted Foley a part of Mania, but they didn't have a spot for him. Booker T debuting here is great. Because this kind of like soft launches the Invasion almost.
Oh dear God, why?
But yeah,
all the WCW guys were in the skybox.
Yeah, Shane shouted them out before. And you got Hugh Morris, Chavo Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero is up there. Billy Kidman, I think, was up there.
Yep.
All the stars are here.
Well, our star is here right now.
I see that.
The real star of Tough Bumps.
Well, should we go? All right, should we get to the main event?
Time for the main event.
The main event of the main event.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
This is the worst of their 3 Mania matches.
I would disagree. It's not my favorite one, but I think it's better than Mania 15.
I think Mania 19 is the best.
It is, I think.
Mania 19, and then I got to go 15 and it was close between those two, but the spot with Rock holding the camera, talking, I'm going to film me laying the smackdown on this piece of trailer park, and you see in the camera the double birds and the kick and then the stunner. That is... I think at this point, Rock was checked out.
Really?
that's unfortunate. I think mentally he was
Well, Rock is gone after
Yeah.
this.
like
Yeah.
I think in Rock we talked about how hard Triple H had been going.
Yeah.
What about how hard The Rock had been going?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Triple H and The Rock carried WWE.
Yeah.
And they put on banger after banger after banger, and Rock had some physically demanding matches leading up to this. He had a feud with Chris Benoit. He had a feud with Angle. He had multiple matches with Angle when Angle was still green as goose turds.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, Rock was just kind of done. I think Steve was. He's even said this, that he felt he had went stale.
Mhm.
So he felt he needed
I
a change.
mean, I can't really disagree with the man himself, but watching Stone Cold in that era, I don't see any staleness.
I don't see staleness, but I do. Look,
I
see why it would feel stale to him, because
Right.
you're sitting here and you're like, what else can I do?
Right.
Whose ass can I kick? I've kicked everyone's ass, but if we're gonna have me re-kick their ass, why don't I re-kick their ass in a new way? Well, how do we do that?
We might as well just talk about the heel turn, right?
That's where all this is going, and
Yeah.
I think live, I watched it. In case y'all didn't know, I watched it live. When the heel turn happened, shock. And it wasn't a good shock.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was legit.
Yeah.
It literally felt like that the last 4 years of your life meant nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Austin has expressed regret over it too.
You
Like,
have spent.
I think
4
everybody
years-
has. Like even Vince has said it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
You spent 4 years. I've spent 4 years of my life cheering you, kicking this man's ass.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and you're buddies
Yeah.
with him?
Yeah.
It's insane because there are people that watched WrestleMania X7, they saw Stone Cold turned heel, and then they never watched wrestling again because they were so betrayed. They were so like, what the fuck? Like there are lapsed fans from this show that never came back after
Mhm.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
you could have done the turn.
Yeah.
You could have done it. You could have had Vince help screw over The Rock. And you could have had a spot where Austin and Vince shake hands. They do the beers in Austin, double birds, boom, stunner. I just used you, Vince, to get The Rock's title.
Right.
People
What?
would
Yeah.
still hate him because it's like you hate this guy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That Texas crowd cheered though, didn't they?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a Texas guy.
And
Over.
I have two reasons why the heel turn was never going to work, and it was dead on arrival. One of them is because this show is in Texas. They
Yeah.
are not going to boo Stone Cold in Texas.
Right.
Stone Cold could have pulled out a gun and shot The Rock in the middle of the ring, and the
Stone
crowd
Cold
would have
could have
cheered.
pissed on the Texas flag, and people in there would have been like, you know what? He has a point.
Yeah, like there is nothing they could have done to get Stone Cold booed here.
Right.
And the second thing is the guy that Stone Cold is turning heel on is not going to be here for the foreseeable future.
Right.
The Rock has proven that he can carry WWE as the number one babyface, but The Rock is gone and he's not coming back until the summer. So the guy that Stone Cold turned heel on And the guy that should be chasing Stone Cold and the guy that I actually think could have made this heel turn somewhat work is not here. And there's never like that feud, really. There's never a heel Stone Cold versus a babyface Rock feud. And I think that's ultimately what killed the heel turn on Arrival.
I never thought of it that way, but you have a really good point. Yeah.
I also think like I think they wanted to do this new corporation.
Yeah.
Like have this 2-man power trip with Vince and just have Triple H and Austin run things, but Austin alluded to it. These two men were trying to kill each other 5 months earlier.
Yeah.
Like people don't forget that. And after Triple H has this barn burner of a match with Undertaker, he lost, but you're relegating him to the Intercontinental title picture now.
Yeah.
Like, have it make sense?
When
I think the logical step would have been have Austin and Triple H feud.
Yeah. If you can't have The Rock, the second best option is Triple H at that moment in time.
Or I mean, even Angle and Austin would have worked.
Yeah. Which they did get to, but it was not. It wasn't
so stupid.
It wasn't immediately after.
Yeah, like there were so many options you could have went down. You could have done Undertaker Stone Cold. I mean, which they did. That was the feud right after, but it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, but they kind of ruined it though because it was 2-man power trip versus Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah.
And it's like Kane doesn't really need to be a part of it. Neither does Triple H, really.
And then the 2-man power trip got hurt in the middle of it. Triple H tore his quad.
Yeah. So, like, again, it was a snowball effect as to why this heel turn didn't work. But with Rock not being there to solidify the feud afterwards, and just a visual of Vince and Stone Cold being on the same page, like it just killed it. And unfortunately, I don't want to say it killed wrestling because that's too much of an overstatement, but wrestling was genuinely never this popular again.
No, that's why I said this was the end of the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
this was the swan song.
Yeah, like there's wrestling at no point in time since that moment. Like, yes, WWE has had boom periods like the build to Mania 40 and stuff like that. But as a consistent product, WWE is genuinely never as popular as it was right here. And
absolutely agree.
They chose to basically kill it.
And I think I love how someone said snowball effect.
Yeah.
Because it really did. Look, if they didn't do this heel turn, I think Austin turning on WWE and joining the Alliance would have carried so much weight. Yeah. It would have been so much better.
Because I agree, because at the end of the day, it still would have been Stone Cold versus Vince.
Yeah. And you're still and it would have been more shocking. It's like, wait a minute. You would have had to internally choose a side. You're like, WWE made Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Stone Cold Steve Austin has always hated Vince. Who's right? And so this set up WWE for failure for the next 6 months, I think. And then you had The Rock come back in the summer, and it was so stupid because you had like 50 different titles people could compete for.
Yeah, because The Rock doesn't even come back for Stone Cold. He wrestles Booker T.
Yeah. None of it made sense.
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, we got Rock pinning Austin at Survivor Series. So there you go. That's the payoff.
Yeah. And then this heel turn doesn't even last through 2001. He's a babyface by the end of 2001. So, like,
he's a babyface 6 months after.
Yeah, like this is Stone Cold turning heel is why John Cena never turned heel in the 2010s. It is the reason why WWE is hesitant to turn Cody Rhodes now.
Look, heel turns to do them, they have to make sense.
Yeah.
And I think wrestling is still grabbing for that Hulk Hogan heel turn.
Yeah.
I think they're still searching for it. And what they miss is that the fans truly wanted that.
They were close to having it with Cena. They were close.
They truly wanted it. And also of note, WCW kept him off TV for a large part of the NWO invasion. They didn't even mention Hogan. So the fact that he came out when he did, oh, here comes the pro wrestling savior. There's so much build that you have in little intricacies that go into a heel turn like that you have to do. And that's why it doesn't have the same validity that Hogan does after you do it, because it's shocking when you do it and it carries that emotional oomph, but it needs to have that staying power to keep it going.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, then it's a dumb decision.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're coming up on 2 hours. Do you guys have any final thoughts on WrestleMania X7?
I do think that this deserves to be spoken as one of the greatest manias of all time.
Yes.
Do I think it is the greatest of all time? No. And I will share which one I think is when we cover that one.
It is personally, Mania X7 is personally in my top 3. It is not my number 1, but it definitely deserves its place as a top WrestleMania of all time, I think.
All right. Well, very good. So what are we doing next week? Did we discuss
Next week, I have a surprise for you, Matt.
Oh, you do?
We're going to cover a Mania that you will thoroughly enjoy, Matt.
Really?
We are going to cover WrestleMania 4, the tournament.
Oh.
I did enjoy WrestleMania 4. I mean, I'm
sure you did, man.
I was a very.
I don't, based on Austin's reaction and what I think, I don't know if you're going to be fans of us next week.
Well, given how old I was at the time of WrestleMania 4, I would have enjoyed anything. To be fair, like, I mean, I was just a kid, you know.
We're talking about it because the end justified the means.
Okay. I think I know. Okay.
But how we got to the end.
Yep.
That's open for interpretation.
Okay. Well, I look forward to that.
Austin, what's your issue here?
I'll save it. I don't want to rain. I don't want to rain on anybody's parade.
That's all right. I look forward to hearing your thoughts next week.
It's at Trump Plaza.
Yes, that's true.
It's in MAGA world.
That's right. Future Hall of Famer Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
And future president.
Maybe 3-time president.
Oh, good Lord. Sure hope not. All right. Should we put a pin in this one?
Yeah, I thought it was a good card. I think they did a great job overall. I think the misses weren't misses when they happened. I think over the long term, they're looked at as big screw ups. But when they happened, no.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think of it?
Well, I didn't have a chance to go back and watch it, but I remember at the time, I just remember being puzzled by the way it ended.
I think that was everyone.
That's everybody, I think,
Yeah.
I
just remember being really
the perfect word.
Really puzzled. All right, Eric, you want to mention Pilcher's Point?
You can find me at pilcherspoint.com, or you can find me on X, Instagram, and TikTok at Pilcher's Point. all one word, no punctuations.
Very good. And Austin, where can everybody find you?
Oh, follow me on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. It's where I talk about wrestling most of the time. But it's more whatever I'm doing in my life.
All right. Well, very
Which
good. Very good.
isn't much.
How dare you
It's
talk
right.
to the? You're talking to the originator that way.
Okay.
How dare you?
Enough of this shit.
He's the
No.
originator. It says it right on the screen, so it must be true.
I could put in
Not just me saying it.
That's right. Sports Illustrated says it.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report says it. Well, you can find me at mattconnerton.com.
I feel like you can find me in the ninth circle of hell right now.
Ninth circle. Look at you. All right. That's it. Episode 35 in the books. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We take, we rise again. Blood and grit, it's how we begin. Mac and Aaron fire up the flame. Wrestling lives on the Tough Boss name.